Good morning, sir. You are Letharia Jacob?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Jacob, you were previously in court, entered a plea of true to count 2, and a motion to revoke your probation. Looks like you're on probation for the 3rd-degree felony offense of driving while intoxicated, 3rd or more. And let me get that pulled up so that we can go through. Does the state have evidence with regard to any of the other counts?
Yes, Your Honor. The probation officer here can testify as to count
Give me.
count 1.
Okay. Mr. Nichols, with regard to count 1, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Letharia Jefferson.
Good morning, Ms. Jefferson. If you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Mr. Jefferson, buckle up. Today's case is a roller coaster. We're diving into the story of Letharia Jacob, a man now facing serious consequences for violating his probation. The courtroom is thick with tension as Jacob's future hangs in the balance. The state is pushing hard for a revocation, pointing to a pattern of noncompliance, missed alcohol tests, ignored probation requirements, and even an unauthorized trip out of county. But Jacob's defense isn't backing down, claiming it was all just a series of misunderstandings. Will the judge show mercy, or will Jacob finally face the price for his repeated missteps? Stick around. This is just the beginning.
Are you the probation officer assigned to monitor Letharia Jacob?
Yes,
And how long have you been assigned to this case?
since about September when he was continued on probation.
Okay. And as part of his conditions, is he ordered to remain in Jefferson County?
Yes,
With an exception for employment, correct?
yes,
And so during your period of supervision of Mr. Jacob, did the GPS monitor indicate he was in Galveston County, specifically in Gilchrist and Galveston, the city of Galveston?
yes,
Did you ask him about that and try to ascertain if he was there for work purposes?
yes, I did.
And what did he tell you?
He actually denied going to Galveston and Gilchrist.
When was this conversation?
It was during an office visit on November 20th.
November 20th.
Mhm.
And after that conversation, did he bring you any documentation showing that he was in Galveston County for work purposes?
No, he did not.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
The prosecution calls probation officer Letharia Jefferson to the stand, revealing a critical detail. Jacob took an unauthorized trip to Galveston County. His GPS monitor clearly tracked him outside his designated area, and when confronted, he flat out denied it. But here's the kicker. Jacob brought no evidence to support his claim that the trip was work-related. This moment is crucial. When you're on probation, it's not just about avoiding trouble. It's about following every rule, no matter how minor. Jacob's failure to back up his story could very well be the nail in the coffin for his probation.
Okay. Any witnesses with regard to count 1 then, Mr. Rojas?
Just Mr. Jacob, briefly.
Mr. Jacob, the best you can, raise your right hand, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Rojas.
Okay, Mr. Jacob, you heard Ms. Jefferson's testimony, right?
Yes.
And you recall the day she was talking about when the GPS showed that you were in Galveston?
Yes.
Okay. So, first off, is it true that you denied to her that you were there?
No, I did not. I told her I was going out there. I worked out of town a lot.
Okay.
And I said I was out there and working.
Okay. So, could it maybe just been a miscommunication between the two of you?
That's the only time I was. I used to go to work.
And so, are you telling the court that the days that the GPS showed you in Galveston and Gilchrist, you were actively working?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I do concrete, Jacob says, trying to explain away the GPS discrepancies. He suggests it may have been just a miscommunication, but is it really that simple? This isn't some casual mix-up. It's a serious violation of his probation. Jacob insists he was working, but there's no solid evidence to back it up. Not even his employer can confirm the exact days he was in Galveston. That leaves the court with more questions than answers. What is clear, though, is that Jacob's credibility is rapidly crumbling, and with so much on the line, the stakes have never been higher.
Confirm or deny whether it was his state or not, but he did say they do work sometimes at the beach or Galveston. He just couldn't tell me whether these dates were those dates they were there or not.
Okay. All right. Anything else then?
From the witness notice.
Okay.
I have some comments I'd like the court to take into consideration, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, the allegation is that you were out of the county without permission. And so you had permission to work, but when something comes up, I would think that there was an issue with regard to whether or not you were working on that day, and you didn't provide any verification of that, then it really doesn't leave me much choice at this time other than to find count one true.
But the defense throws in a surprising twist. Jacob claims his tardiness to alcohol breath tests was due to work in remote locations, making it difficult to reach his car on time. While that explanation may sound reasonable, the issue isn't why he was late. It's that he was late, and that alone violates his probation terms. The judge listens carefully, but the story is far from over. Is this a case of genuine oversight, or just another attempt by Jacob to dodge responsibility? The court's decision looms large, and for now, Jacob's fate hangs in the balance.
To ask this from the court, he's asking the court to reinstate him. He's already been to the JCDI more than once, I believe. I don't think we've got any positive or positive tests for alcohol. It's just the timing on getting it done. I've spoken with him on several occasions about how important it is for him to take these tests whenever the court tells him. It's not up to him. The court tells him when to do it, and that's when he's got to do it. I think he understands it now. He's asking the court to give him reinstatement and just go back basically to the way it was before the motion was filed. I understand there's a recommendation in there for safety, Judge, and I was speaking with him about that yesterday. I don't know what his feeling on safety is today, whether that's something he's interested in doing or not.
I want to do the ERUPTED. My wife's going to be on this. I'm about to use the house now.
So, but Mr. Jacob, you can't just keep messing up and then say, okay, I get it this time. Just let me out. I'm going to do it. You were here. Okay.
Judge, and I don't think Mr. Ross intentionally misstated, but because it's not on the report, but in the admin hearing, there is a positive alcohol test mentioned from early November. I know he may not have that in front of him. Just want to clear that up. But that it was a low blood alcohol at 8 o'clock in the morning, November 2nd, 2024.
Yeah. I see that. It's 0.003.
At 8 in the morning.
At 8 in the morning. So, and then missed subsequent test that day. I mean, okay. I want to make sure that I have this right. So it looks like you went to the Unity house for 30 days. Within 2 months of the release from there, and this was at the beginning of your probation, let me go through. Began JCDI program April of 2022, shortly after you got on probation. And so you were struggling to maintain sobriety. You went to the Unity house.
Fast forward to the heart of the issue. Jacob's long history of probation violations, from failing alcohol tests to skipping mandatory meetings, paints a clear picture of someone who's repeatedly disregarded the rules. The judge takes a moment to process the seriousness of the situation. Jacob's had his chances, but the pattern of backslides is hard to ignore. With the state now pushing for a harsher sentence, the question looms: will the court finally pull the trigger? The tension is thick as the judge weighs the reality of Jacob's repeated failures. It's a difficult call, but sometimes the law demands consequences.
Within 2 months of that release, you again tested positive for alcohol and had your first administrative hearing. Part of that was that you get that scram device, as well as increase your recovery efforts in JCDI. Failed to adhere to those recommendations, therefore you were ordered to complete both tracks of ISF, which it looks like you did, completed December 28th of 2023. Then you go back to JCDI for aftercare, again struggled to comply, testing positive, forging your required meetings, and operating a motor vehicle without an interlock. This led to unsuccessful discharge from JCDI and a motion to revoke. And so you came here on a hearing on a motion to revoke. I left you on probation, continued you, ordered you to re-enter the JCDI program. You were going to be on the high medium caseload, continue with your portable monitoring device, and it was going to be zero tolerance. Then we're here again with failing to comply with that portable device at least, it looks like 19 times. You didn't do that. And then we've got the issue with you being in Galveston and Gilchrist without permission. So it looks to me like you've tried and started but never finished JCDI. Is it 3 times, I believe? But I'm supposed to just go, and you've been to ISF, and you've been to the Unity House. I mean, when I'm saying that out loud, think about how it sounds for you to go, well, just let me out this time. I got it. I got it. I'm going to do good this time. You see what I have to worry about? I have to worry about everybody being safe. Mr. Nichols?
I'd urged a 5-year cap in September, Your Honor. There was no agreement on sentencing in this case for today. But I just feel that zero tolerance needs to mean zero tolerance, because after that, it only took a couple weeks for him to start violating.
So, Mr. Jacob, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of true to count 1 freely and voluntarily. Find that count true. I've already found count 2 true based on, no, the opposite. You pled true to count 2. I found count 1 true today. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation, and at this time, revoke your probation. I'm going to reassess your punishment at 4 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. I need you to sign this, and I'll give you a copy. It shows this was not an agreement, so you do have some rights to appeal. You can talk to Mr. Rojas about that. Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
And there we have it. The judge finds Jacob's actions undeniable, revokes his probation, and sentences him to 4 years in prison. Despite a few last-minute pleas for leniency, his repeated failure to follow probation requirements has come at a high cost. This case is a powerful reminder that probation isn't a free pass, and that ignoring the rules can lead to serious consequences. If this courtroom drama shocked you as much as it did us, be sure to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe for more explosive courtroom stories.